Hello everyone, how are you? Now for this video I want to show you a way or a fun challenge for you to draw your characters consistently. A good idea is to pick up a prompt list and draw your character using those prompts. So for that I created this original character prompt list. It's just 7 prompts, so the idea is that you draw 1 prompt a day for 7 days straight, and hopefully with that you'll get more used to drawing your character and it will be easier for you to draw them consistently. So usually if you want to draw your character the same every time, repetition is key, right? But we can make this fun. So prompt lists are always an excellent idea, at least for me it is. So we have our 7 prompts here: hobby, dancing, in love, a secret, casual, bored, and lastly, best memory. Now you can make this as simple or as complex as you want. The idea of this challenge is for it to be as easy as possible for you. So for example, I tried to make this prompt so you focused on only one character. Of course you can draw more than one in the same prompt, but make it easy. Try to not to make it too overwhelming. So just draw one character, but if you want to do more, feel free to do more. Another thing, this is a very short list, just 7 prompts, so it's not too overwhelming for you. Sometimes we have all those lists for 1 month or so, and we never know if we have the time for that. Sometimes we're just too tired, so I try to make it short so it's not as overwhelming. But if you want to do more after this, feel free to do so. The more you draw your character, the better. And so for this video I decided to use one of the prompts, and I decided to use Jean, my OC, one of my OCs, and I used the prompt board for the video. And one thing to remember doing this exercises is to have fun. Sometimes we overthink the words too much, the prompt, but don't overthink it. There's no need for that. You can be as creative or as simple as you want with the prompts. There's no need to overthink this. Just draw something as long as it is your character. So a tip I have for you is to always use the same outfits. I usually recommend for you to create simple outfits for your characters, because if you're, let's say you're drawing a comic, you'll be drawing your character a lot, and the more details they have, the more accessories they'll have, the more time you'll spend drawing those. So if you keep it simple, it will be easier and quicker for you to finish all those pages. This can be really important in the long run, but it's totally up to you. However, I do recommend you drawing always the same outfit in your character so you memorize it and get used to it. This way, you'll ensure that you'll be drawing your character always the same way. And my second tip for this challenge is to use different expressions, so you know how your character behaves. So when creating a new character, I usually recommend for you to write them down, so write their likes, their goals, their dreams, what's their name, what's their age, things like that. Then I recommend doing a turnaround of the character so you know how they look from different views. And finally, it's good to have a reference sheet with different expressions. If you don't have this one yet, then take this time, take this challenge and play with those expressions. Draw your character wearing different expressions, see how they behave depending on the situation they're in, and practice those. Then, when you're done, you can gather those up, draw them again, and have a reference sheet with different expressions. It doesn't need to be a lot, it can be just like 4 or 5. So let's say that you want to draw your character angry, you can go back to this reference sheet and see how did you draw them, how you like to draw them. And this way you won't be confused on how to draw them and lose some details about them along the way. So this is it, an OC prompt challenge. I hope you have fun. So if you want to do it with your characters and you post it online, feel free to tag me on Instagram at art.by.doncorgi. I always love to see your work, so don't be shy. So do have fun with it. As always, like and subscribe to see more tips, more tutorials, and remember, keep on drawing!